Rain poured over the quiet streets of Atlanta, Georgia. On a cold November night in 1998, the neon sign of Rosie's Diner flickered against the wet pavement. Inside, a middle-aged waiter named Marcus Hill wiped down the last table. His apron was stained from a long 12-hour shift, and his tired eyes reflected years of struggle and silent strength. Marcus lived humbly, working 2 jobs, paying rent for a rundown apartment, and sending money to his ailing mother. He never complained. Every customer got the same warm smile, even when tips were short and kindness even shorter. Just as he was about to close, the diner's bell jingled. Marcus turned, expecting a late-night customer. But instead he saw 2 small figures, a boy of about 8 and a little girl no older than 6, both drenched from the rain. Their shoes squished with every step, their clothes clinging to their thin frames. The boy looked nervous. "Sir, are you still open?" Marcus frowned gently. "For you two?" "Yeah, we're open." He grabbed 2 clean towels, wrapped them around the kids, and led them to a booth near the heater. The smell of fried chicken still lingered in the air. The girl shivered, whispering, "We're hungry." Without hesitation, Marcus disappeared into the kitchen. Minutes later, he returned with steaming plates, fried chicken, mashed potatoes, and slices of warm apple pie. He poured them hot cocoa and watched as they devoured every bite. He finally asked, "Where are your folks, kids?" The boy's eyes fell. "They left us. We don't have anyone." Marcus's chest tightened. He swallowed hard, forcing a smile. "Well, you've got me tonight. Eat as much as you want." The girl looked up, her lips trembling. "But we don't have money." Marcus chuckled softly. "Sweetheart, not everything good in this world costs money." When they finished, Marcus packed extra food in a paper bag. He handed it to them with a gentle pat on the head. The boy whispered, "Thank you, sir. One day we'll repay you." Marcus grinned. "You don't owe me a thing. Just promise me you'll grow up to be kind. That's enough." The rain had slowed when they left. Marcus stood by the window, watching the 2 small figures disappear into the misty night, their hands clasped tightly together. He whispered to himself, "Lord, please watch over those kids." He didn't know it then, but that one act of compassion would echo through time. The year was 2020. The little diner where Marcus once worked was gone, replaced by glass towers and expensive coffee shops. Time had changed everything except Marcus Hill. Now 60, he still wore the same patient smile, still lived the same quiet life. He worked as a waiter at the Grand Crescent Inn, a luxury hotel in downtown Atlanta. Every morning before sunrise, Marcus arrived early to polish silverware and arrange tables with care. Guests came and went, some kind, others careless, but Marcus treated them all with the same gentle respect. He never complained, though his back ached and his hands trembled. The years had been hard. His mother was gone, his savings small, his apartment simple, yet he still believed in kindness. He often whispered the words his mother once told him, "Do good, and good will find you." That day, the restaurant was packed with wealthy tourists. Marcus moved quietly between tables, balancing trays, smiling through exhaustion. When the rush ended, his manager, Mr. Dawson, approached. "Marcus," Dawson said, "someone's outside asking for you. Says it's personal." Marcus blinked. "For me? That's odd." He set down his tray and walked toward the lobby. The marble floors reflected the chandelier light like liquid gold. Then outside the glass doors, something caught his eye, a Rolls-Royce Phantom, gleaming black, parked right in front of the hotel. Marcus froze. He had never seen a car that beautiful up close. A chauffeur stepped out and opened the rear door. From it emerged a young man in a dark suit, tall, confident, and smiling. Beside him, a woman in an elegant dress followed, her eyes soft with emotion. They both walked toward Marcus. The man extended his hand. "Mr. Marcus Hill?" "Yes, sir," Marcus replied carefully. "Have we met?" The man's voice trembled slightly. "You might not remember us, but 22 years ago, you fed 2 hungry children in a diner on a rainy night." Marcus stared, his breath catching in his throat. His eyes widened as he looked closer. The faces, the eyes, it couldn't be. "You're those kids?" The woman nodded, tears forming. "We are. You gave us food when the world gave us nothing. You gave us hope." Marcus's lips quivered. "My lord." The man smiled. "We finally found you." Outside, a soft drizzle began to fall, just like that night years ago. But this time the rain wasn't cold. It felt warm, almost holy, as if life itself had come full circle. For a long moment, Marcus just stood there, unable to speak. The sound of rain against the glass doors filled the silence. His eyes glistened as memories of that rainy night flashed before him. The two starving children, the warm plates, the shy smiles. He never imagined they'd remember him, let alone find him. The young man stepped closer, emotion thick in his voice. "My name's Ethan Turner, and this is my sister, Grace. After that night, we were taken into foster care. Life wasn't easy, but your kindness gave us something to hold on to. It reminded us that good people still exist." Marcus swallowed hard, trying to hold back tears. "I just gave you dinner," he whispered. "You're the ones who made something of yourselves." Ethan smiled. That dinner was more than food. It was hope. He reached into his coat pocket and handed Marcus an elegant white envelope. Marcus opened it carefully, his hands trembling. Inside was a check for $250,000. He froze, his breath catching. "Son, I can't take this," Marcus stammered. Grace took his hand gently. "Please. You didn't hesitate to help two strangers when you had nothing. Now it's our turn." Before Marcus could respond, Ethan gestured toward the car parked outside. "And one more thing. That Rolls-Royce, it's yours. It's been waiting here for you." Marcus blinked, unable to process the words. "Mine, that car?" Ethan nodded. "You once told us the world needs more kindness than money. You gave when you had none. Now we give because of you." Tears streamed down Marcus's face. He shook his head slowly. "I never wanted anything back. I just wanted you kids to be okay." Grace smiled through tears. "We are okay because of you." A small crowd had gathered near the lobby doors. Hotel staff, guests, even strangers who had stopped to watch. No one spoke. They simply felt the power of the moment. Marcus looked at the shining car, its reflection glimmering in the rain-soaked street. He stepped closer, touching the hood as if it were a dream. "I've never even sat in one of these," he said softly. Ethan handed him the keys. "Then it's time you did." Marcus looked up, eyes filled with gratitude. "You two. You brought back more than money or cars. You brought back faith in the good I almost forgot existed." Grace hugged him tightly. "Kindness always finds its way home, Mr. Marcus." He held her close, his voice breaking. "You kids were my miracle that night. I just didn't know it yet." As Marcus sat behind the wheel of his new car, the city lights reflected in his tears. The engine purred softly, and as he drove off into the misty streets, people clapped, smiling through emotion. The rain fell gently, washing the world in silver light. Marcus looked toward the heavens and whispered, "Thank you, Lord, for letting kindness come full circle."